Hello guys, this video we will discuss about the maneuvering and the pilotage for the New Mangalore port, especially for LPG and VLGC vessels. As you can see, New Mangalore port is on the west coast of India. I'll just zoom in. We will start with the anchorage area. Normally ships anchor over in this region. This is the dumping ground. Do not try to anchor just on the sides of this dumping ground, because the dredgers normally they transit from they come out of the channel like this, and then they proceed to this dumping ground. If you are anchor over here, they will pass very close by ground. Not much current. You are just around 3 to 4 miles from the jetty, so you will get a network coverage area also for your SIM cards. And normally, theoretically, you should align your ship like this and then enter the channel. That is a theoretical way. Since we are anchored over here and there are outbound ships which are coming out of the channel, and normally that pilot only boards our ship, you have to keep clear of that, so you cannot proceed like this in the direction of the channel. So you proceed somewhat like this. Keep this fairway buoy on your starboard side, and then you turn like this at dead slow or slow ahead. So normally the pilot boards over here between number 1 and number 2 buoy as soon as you are aligned with this channel. Now the channel is around 4 nautical miles starting from here to here, consisting of total number of 12 buoys. Number 4 buoy, red buoy, is missing, and it is given by TNP notices. As you can see, it is marked on an EDIS. Outside the channel, the depths are around 11.912 meters, and the channel is dredged to around 15 meters. So UKC not an issue. If you have around 9 to 10 meters draft, easily you will get around 4 meters minimum UKC in the channel, depending on how much draft you have. So I'm talking about VLGCs. We were approaching from here. We entered the channel. The currents sometimes are quite strong over here. We had a northerly drift, so we were drifting to the north of the channel. So we were continuously adjusting courses to keep in the middle of the channel. 10-degree set was observed this time. And these are the breakwaters. Just before the breakwater, the tugs approach. You have to make fast the tugs. Make sure you make fast your tug before this breakwater. The tugs pull are about 50 and 60 tons. As soon as you make fast the tug, you approach, and you approach over here. You approach like this. You little bit. This is the turning basin, this is the turning circle, and this is the most critical part of your maneuvering and pilotage to this port. I will just try to explain. You little bit come on to the starboard side over here. See, as you can see, it's hardly 2 cables. The turning circle is hardly 2 cables from this jetty to this berth 9, which is on your starboard side. 2 cables, it's hardly 370 meters. So my ship's length was around 225 meters. So I hardly had a clearance of around 150 meters. So around 75 meters from this jetty and 75 meters from astern from this berth 9 we had to keep. So around half a cable from ahead, half a cable from astern. And you come here, you give pilot gives a maximum pull on the tugs, and then you start turning to port, keeping a half cable distance from this forward knuckle, and half cable distance from berth 9 at the astern. And then as soon as your heading is aligned with this knuckle, which is a dry cargo jetty, pilot gives orders for 50% pull and push for the forward and the aft tug. As soon as 50% pull, you start aligning your ship like this by giving a stern kick, maintaining around 1 or 2 knots. You align like this, and then you start coming astern. like this. As soon as you are aligned, the pull of the tugs are stopped, and you start coming astern by giving a stern kick to dead slow or slow astern as required. So this was one of the critical maneuvering and point because the distances are very less. So inside the turning basin, you have all liquid cargo berth. This is berth 9, which is usually for smaller vessels, because if the bigger ships are, this is not for big vessels, because if the bigger ships are berthed here, there will be an obstruction. There will be an obstruction for the incoming vessel. So normally the smaller ships are berthed here, berth 9, then berth 10, berth 11, which is crude oil and petroleum products. Berth 12 and berth 13 are normally for LPG ships, VLGCs. Usually the shore tank capacity is very less. For berth 13 it is 40,000 metric tons, owned by HPCL. Number 12, the receivers are total, it is private. The maximum capacity is 12,000 metric tons. So usually what ships does is they discharges in parcels. Either they go back to anchorage after discharging first parcel and come back for the second, or the second parcel is discharged somewhere else as per the voyage orders. So this was about the maroonering. As soon as you come astern like this, you have to be very careful and you have to control your speed, because there is very less distance from this aft of the jetty. So you have to keep one man standby at the poop deck as you are approaching like this, and there's hardly 50-60 meters from this jetty when you will berth. The depths astern are little less, but good enough. UKC has minimum depth, you can see, is 13.5 meters outside the berth. As soon as you berth, head and breast lines you give by boat. There is one boat which is used for both forward and aft for the mooring lines, and springs you give by heaving line. So we made fast around 322. 322 were the moorings. Regarding gangway and cargo, I will post it in a separate video. I hope you guys have liked this video. If you have any questions, feedback, suggestions, or any other informations you require for the arrival port, you can let me know in the comment section, feedback section, and I will try to post a video regarding this same. Thank you so much guys. Bye bye, take care, have a nice day.